window work and stuff, I use cardboard. You know, these are TV dinner things, cut cardboard TV dinner packs that after the dinners pull out of them, I keep the cardboard because it's helps a lot. So I've got it cut basically to the shape of the front hood kind of thing, right? Not that I'm going to make a hood today. I'm not going to, but I want to make. It's bugging me because I want to make this cross member here, and so the first thing I'm going to do is, much like Chad, I kind of use cardboard for templates, right? So I think I'm going to. I've got my little tiny scissors here, and I think I'm going to narrow this down a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect at this point. I'm just going to. I want to make something that I could slip in there, right? All right, so let's see if this. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. So what I'm trying to do is, I think I need to whittle it down just a little more. Give me a better idea. So I'm just putting notches on each end here, kind of. And what I'm trying to achieve here is, so I'm going to use the top of the windshield right here to dictate that bottom piece there, right? So I want that curve. So I'm sticking it in there just like that. And see if I can hold it up there. Okay, and then I'm just going to outline that curve. There, that's something like that. Something in between. It didn't go perfect, but let's see if I do a happy medium in between. Let's see how that's still kind of pronounced. So let's kind of. All right, let's say yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm just gonna make a mark. All right, so basically I've got kind of a rough idea of this radius, and it's going to be a little more sharper, a little more rounded, and that's good. Actually, it's probably even better for the bottom piece, right? All right, so roughly I've got the same shape as the top, so then I transfer that down to the bottom here, and we'll get something that looks like that. Maybe I'll pull it down a little bit more. Something like that. Oh, actually. So if I leave and probably the original car had the spot for the wipers here and everything. So I'm going to leave about an 1/8 inch on each end, right? So that's looking pretty good, I would say. All right. So now I just want to determine how wide. And let's go with, I think I'm going to get my bigger scissors. Let's see. So if I use my right mark, there. Make a bigger mark. And make a bigger mark there. And I probably wanted a 1/4 inch wide, right? So in my best guesstimate, I'll make it a 1/4 of an inch wide or so. And I'll cut my one mark, my end mark, right there. So basically, we're looking at something like this. And I cut it at an angle, so I need to straighten it out a little bit. Alright, so we got something like that. And I think I want to trim it down just a little bit. Trying to keep it cut it as straight as I can, right? There, so we've got something like that. And I'm pretty good with that. I'm just gonna trim it just a little bit. I'll cut it a little bit bigger so that I've got room to play with here. And that's kind of like perfect. All right, so let's see. If I can get it to do that. Oh, too much end left on there. There, let's try that. Yeah, still a little bit. I think I'll cut it on the short end here. I got one side thicker than the other here. So it's going to look something like that, but I think I want to bring it down a little bit. Kind of like that. All right, so I'm a bit wider, but that's good. That'll give me something to work with, and then so all I do is just trace this out on my styrene and transfer it, and I'm good to go. But actually, yeah, I do got it. Okay, yeah. So basically that's what I'm going to come up with, something like that. Maybe bring this side in just a little bit, something like that. And then I can build a hood. That's so that'll be my piece that goes in there. So now all I got to do is just transfer it to styrene, glue it in place, and that's that, right? And I'll show you what else we've been working on here. All right, so this is my chassis for the Mercury, and actually I gotta And I lucked out. I've got, let's see, these wheels are, my tires aren't straight on here, you know, they're kind of on the rim there we go, something like that. All right, so I lucked out when I raised these front spindles on each side. I must have got them just right, you know, and so I lucked out, and all four wheels were on the ground, and so when I put the body on here, I'm gonna save that for later on for you guys. I did get the I did complete my goal of the fender skirt things, the you know, those, I don't even know what to call them anymore. The fender flares. I got those all worked out. I'm working on the hood, and I think then I have to quit because what's happening is my method of that putty that I make, that filler putty out of the model glue, that eats through a tube of glue like nothing. So I'm down to my last tube of glue, and I'm going to have to order some next week. So before I do that, that'll leave the top, and then I'll be able to spray it and everything. And I like that primer that I'm using, that Rust-Oleum flat white primer. I like that a lot. It's doing pretty good. And so when I did it this way, I raised the spindles. That way, unlike the Shelby, I don't have to mess with that cross member of the engine. I don't have to, the engine, all the relationship of the engine stuff still stays the same. So the engine should just drop down in there without me having to mess around with cross braces and all that other stuff. So that's why I did it that way. And underneath you can see, you know, I doctored it up to look like, you know, it looks like it was really naturally that way, because I just, I filed these down and I made new A-arms on the bottom. So, so there you go, there you have it. So the next thing, right now I'm working on spraying the hood and the tailgate for the El Camino Nomad there. And I'll give you guys a treat there. I'll give you guys something, you know, I'm trying to give you something there. So here we go. Little Red Wagon. And I'm really pleased with that. Yeah, I made the, you know me, Eduardo's got to do the old two-tone stuff, right? So, so there you have it. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. I gotta do the doors on this and the tailgate on that as well. But so that's it, guys. That's the weekend poop at 125 Rods, and everybody take care.